graffiti.
Yes.
Okay, and graffiti, as far as I'm concerned, is art. Okay, it's just somebody's way of expressing it.
Mm-hmm.
So constantly we're talking about we're looking at it as this blighted area where these kids are just expressing themselves.
Exactly.
You've taken this to a different level, okay, where you see this wall as something that should have these young people's voices on them.
Exactly.
Okay, instead of hiding from it, instead of painting over it, instead of confusing the issue, you want to start having conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, the voices be spoken, and go to these communities and have these conversations, and come up with some kind of collaborative idea as to what this wall should look like.
Sure.
Okay, so that everybody can go out there and paint, say what they've got to say, okay, and not worry about whether their voice wasn't heard.
Sure.
Did I put that in a nutshell?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. We're doing it through a way that is a very holistic version of working with Newport's community to really talk about who we are. So I was brought to me and brought to Project One through Kristen Littlefield at Clean Cities Initiative, which is a part of our city council, and also through the Arts and Cultural Alliance. And they've asked me to come up with a way to really address the causes for why graffiti gets made. And so when we're talking about building a healthy community, and when we're talking about building a violence-free community, we have to look at root causes of what happens. Now, the root causes of graffiti are, all over the place. Mm-hmm. But there's ways that people have come up with treating it, which means you eradicate it and then you incarcerate it. So you find the kids that do it, you make them paint it over, and then you fine them or you jail them. And the jail terms and the fines have gotten really large. So a way to look at this in a holistic way that takes into account why these things happen is to look at the root causes. It's about voice, it's about ownership, it's about understanding your part of the community. And if you look at where graffiti happens, it's a statement of why it happens. So if you look at Hunter Park, it's right where a lot of the north side development and a lot of the south side sort of higher end houses meet. And it meets at this point, it meets at this wall.
I know, I live there.
So you have this point in the community where there's a conversation that isn't happening in a way that we want it to happen. It's happening by someone tagging the wall. It's happening by someone painting it over. So we're having this conversation already, but we're not all at the table talking. We're at different ends of the spectrum trying to figure out why it's happening.
Well, it's also about mindset. Okay, I live right down in that area, mm-hmm. just a couple of streets off of Van Zandt. Okay, so the standard thought process is once you start to move in that direction towards the Naval Hospital, okay, you're moving into a different conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, but yet if someone drives up over that Van Zandt Bridge and they look over and they see that wall in Hunter Park and there happens to be some graffiti or art, if you will, on the wall, that's considered blighted.
Yes.
Okay, where we need to just start looking at that as something that is a piece of art that they should stop their car and go out and take a look at it.
Yes.
All right.
So the Project Mural project is consisting of 6 months of conversations that we're having with everybody in Newport. So we go from Bellevue to the north side. We go from the Native American population to the immigrant population. And we're asking them to work with Project One to really tell us what their view of Newport is. Who are you? What is Newport to you? Then we will create all of these different images. We will bring it to a resource of artists and create a final mural that will be then approved and then painted.
This is a great opportunity for all the artists, high-end, low-end, youth,
exactly.
For them all to come together and all their voices to be heard. And what a great idea for a young person who's been doing graffiti to have their voice heard, to be up on the wall with a Bill Height or somebody else like that at that level, okay, and to be able to say, look, I was equal on this wall, my voice was heard.
Exactly.
What an awesome, awesome idea. So I'll be looking forward to seeing this whole project. And I'd like to sit in on some of this conversation as well.
You will.
Because I asked you the other night, do these young people consider themselves artists? And your answer was didn't really make me feel like they did, because they are. Okay, and if they need to, and maybe that's the passion that they need to find, that they are artists. They're not just graffiti painters. Okay, I'd like to thank Ben Ellcome for being with me, and I want you to keep your eyes open for all of this great stuff that he's got going on, the art, the Artomat, and of course the mural project. Okay, this is Tom C. Erb signing off on Art Scene. And now it's time for the Art Scene News, brought to you by the Arts and Culture Alliance of Newport County, www.newportarts.org. On November 16th, from 12:30 to 1:30 at the Preservation Society, Marketing on a Shoestring. It's a free workshop for artists. Arts Around the Fire. It's the fourth Tuesday of every month. Next meeting is November 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Clark Cookhouse in Newport. There'll be no Arts Around the Fire in December. Newport Gallery Night, second Thursday of each month through December, 5 to 8 p.m. And at the Newport Art Museum Griswold House, which his website is newportartsmuseum.org, every Thursday evening through December 30th at 7 p.m., join the mayhem and mystery, Murder at the Museum. November 12th, there's a members' reception, 5 to 7. It includes viewing networks. 2009-2010, The Big Miniature by Kim Slimo. And the Photographers Guild members exhibit as well. Island Moving Company, islandmovingcompany.org, November 26th through December 3rd. The Nutcracker at Rosecliff in Newport. Portsmouth Art Guild, portsmouthartsguild.org, has a members meeting third Tuesday of each month. November 26th through December 19th, it's got its fourth annual holiday show. Opening reception is December 5th, 2 to 4. The Stanford White Casino Theater, Salve Ed Departments /.per, which is at 9 Freebody Street in Newport. They got A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare, all right, on December 3rd through the 5th. A holiday band concert, December 12th at 3 p.m., December 14th at 7:30 p.m. The Newport County Orchestra Holiday Concert, December 18th at 8 p.m. And the 1890s Living History Benefit Concert by the Theater Street Productions. Rhode Island Ballet Theater, www.rhodeislandballet.org, December 12th at 3 p.m. Madeline Meets the Nutcracker at the East Greenwich High School. Don't forget about a Rat Pack tribute shown at the Newport Winter Festival, February 26th. And that's the Art Scene News. And until next time, this is your host, Tom C. Erb.